In the last 2 years of building end-to-end marketing systems for real estate agents, team leaders, and brokerages, I've realized that success in real estate entirely relies on this. It starts and ends with your value proposition. Your value proposition, also known as your offer, determines the audience you attract and the success and scalability of your business. So to understand value proposition, you need to understand offers, which is the same definition. And the way to understand offers is understanding what makes a good offer and a bad offer. A bad offer is something that provides little to no value, and a good offer is something, well, obviously, that requires and provides good amounts of value. So I like to use Alex Hormozi's framework. If you don't know who that is, he's an expert marketer, made hundreds of millions of dollars in his gym company. He has multiple other businesses. He's the guy. Go check him out. His results speak for himself. And he comes up with a brilliant way on how to describe what offer is considered valuable through his value equation. So what he has is a book called $100 Million Offers. This is basically what the book is centered around. And this is something called a grand slam offer. So a grand slam offer is something in high value, and how he determines it is, like I said, through this equation. So it's going to be a dream outcome. You can assign numeric values out of 10 to each of these. So the higher the number for the top layer here for these, the dream outcome and perceived likelihood of achievement, the better. And the lower the number for these bottom two variables, the better. So let's use this example as a high value offer. I'll help you lose 60 pounds in 30 days while eating anything you want, guaranteed. And if you don't see the results, I'll wire you $10,000, okay? So the dream outcome being, let's say someone was looking to lose even 30 or 40 pounds, 60 pounds is by far a great achievable dream outcome in a low time frame, okay? So for the dream outcome, because like I said, these two values are high, you can leave this at 10 out of 10. And the time delay, 30 days, which is short, you can leave this as like a 1, for example. Multiply that by the effort and sacrifice. Basically, how much do I have to sacrifice in order to achieve this? Well, eating anything you want, guaranteed, basically is saying it's requiring little to no effort. So it's going to be a 1 for the effort and sacrifice and 1 for the time delay. And the perceived likelihood of achievement being the fact that it's guaranteed, and if you don't see the results, they'll wire you $10,000. That makes this a 10. So if we throw this into ChatGPT, all I said is show the value of the Grand Slam offer we just talked about based on the equation that we also showed. So show the Grand Slam offer based on this, and it's applying and it's giving it, again, a 10 out of 10. The value and the perceived likelihood of achievement is a 10, and the time delay and the effort and sacrifice is low, meaning that the value of this equals 100. I threw this into ChatGPT. You can do this for yourself. And the point is this number, this outcome number, should be higher than lower. The maximum amount of value you can get on something is 100, and the least amount of value you can get something is 0. So the higher the number, the closer it is to 100, the more valuable it is. The less close it is to 100, the less valuable it is. And so now applying this into real estate, how can you actually stand out with the offers that you're providing? Because as we know, what I consider real estate is something called the red ocean, meaning all realtors are providing the exact same offers to the exact same people. And so the only way really to stand out is to provide a unique offer. So you might be asking, well, how do I do that? And we're going to break this down right now. So the first thing you have to understand is trust is at an all-time low. Right now we're in something called a trust recession. And in a sea of fake promises and mistrust, you need to become the offer, your personal brand. This is shown. Ryan Serhant goes over this, expert realtor. Don't need to really explain him. I break him down multiple times on my channel. You can go check it out. But what he says is people are attracted to other people with similar likes. Okay. And so you need to be building a personal brand in 2025. Build this through trust-based messaging, being an attractive character, someone who's got a high perceived likelihood of authority, per high sense of authority, and basically pre-selling people already before you even get to work with them. Whether it's providing value, case studies, whatever it is, you need to establish yourself as the one in authority and pre-sell them before even talking to them. And this is the key to understanding what makes an offer really good. You need to become the offer. Step 1. Part 2 is understanding your unique mechanism. So a unique mechanism is defined as the method, process, or delivery system that you use to differentiate yourself from the competition. Okay? So for example, most agents in the red ocean are going to have offers such as, we help you sell your home, but your unique mechanism is going to follow this Grand Slam offer framework. Okay? We use our 7-step home selling system, okay? So not a lot of steps involved, to help you sell your home, hit the dream outcome for 15% more while saving you time, okay? So the perceived likelihood of achievement is high. You get the dream outcome also achieved, selling your home for 15% more while saving you time. The effort and sacrifice is extremely low. You don't have to read that much. It's only 7 steps, and the time it takes is going to be inconsequential because we're saving you that amount of time. You can specify a specific time in under 30 days, under 14 days, whatever is the cutting edge results in the current market. Number 3 is actually how to actually craft the offer. So we've established, the offer is you. You've established that you need a unique mechanism, but you need to actually craft an actual offer. And to do this, you need to define offer. So an offer is a product or service packaged in a way that makes it very difficult for a prospect to say no to buying whatever it is that you're selling. So in real estate, you generally have a few types of offers, and the most common are home buyers, home sellers, services, and free offers, which are lead magnets. So let's break down free offers. I find that free offers, based on my clients' data and just any sort of general data you can pull on the internet, are the most effective ways to naturally build trust towards pushing it towards your main offer, buying, selling, renting, etc. And so to actually create a free offer, the first step you want to do is choose your audience or choose your niche. And you can do that just by choosing one of these here, whether you're a first-time home buyer, downsizers, empty nesters, choose one of these here. And then what you're going to want to do from there, once you have your niche audience selected, is identify all of the problems that are associated with that niche service. Okay, so each individual lead magnet you create should solve a narrow problem. So just a couple of examples of problems. There's not enough homes on the market. Mortgage rates are high and homes are less affordable. I don't know how much I can afford. I don't know how much my home's worth. I don't know which improvements are worth it. I don't know. You can fill in the blank. The point is, a lot of people have problems with listing their home, buying a home, etc. Your job is to have a lead magnet that solves every single one of those questions. And in the end, the lead is just going to come to the conclusion that you might as well just work with the person that's talking about it. So just for some examples, some types of lead magnets you can do is an audit and analysis by revealing a problem. You can offer a free trial through a free home prep consultation, or you can do like a step 1 to a multi-step problem. Like an example would be, home value is step 1 of selling, and then you can lead them into another lead magnet, etc. To actually host the information, to make it digestible, downloadable, whatever, you can use things like PDFs, checklists, comparison charts, any way that makes it easy for you to basically put the data that you've acquired and organize it in a way that makes sense for you, and then also make it easy to digest for the actual consumer, the lead, the potential client. So just you can screenshot this. This is basically the different types of methods you can use to present that information. Next is the actual format. So you can split up the format into different sections here. I've done that for you. And basically what's important to understand is the intro is like 80% of the lead magnet success. If you can't hook them in, they're going to hate you. They're not going to like what you're providing. They're definitely not going to work with you. And if you provide bad information, they might even hate you more than when you originally started providing them value. So what you're going to want to do with your intro is follow these criteria. Make sure every single headline that you have in your hook is going to be associated with images to make it easily digestible. Don't put a ton of words for each section of, if you're using like a presentation, for example, don't put too many words per headline. For example, if you're thinking about selling your home is one of the most daunting tasks you will ever do. That's a headline. Unless you have a step-by-step plan to take care of the process. This process makes selling your home hassle-free. You see how each of these steps are different slides. You can check that out on my lead magnet tutorial. I actually break down that specific lead magnet with you. Go check that out. It's on my channel. Anyway, the point is the goal of the hook is basically to be able to be consumed and read within 60 seconds. And this is making sure that your first impression is up here. You want to make sure you're providing that authority, establishing yourself as authority, and building that trust immediately. You're also going to want to include about you, about your team, results they'll achieve, a table of contents, and proof that it works, all within the document as well. So you can do this by adding simple subject lines. You can add intros to give more context, add proof it works via a case study, testimonials, whatever that is. And then at the end of the lead magnet, provide an open loop and a call to action to either another lead magnet or to book a call with you directly for them to speak to you, work with you, and close the deal, build that trust. Okay. And the final thing to go over is something extremely important. And this is the lead magnet checklist that I use for making sure all of my lead magnets are the highest amount of value while still making sure that they're free. But the point is, you want to make sure the lead magnet that someone's actually consuming is helpful and valuable. So, does your lead magnet provide a complete solution to a specific problem? Would you pay $100 for the lead magnet? Does your lead magnet have one idea per slide? Does your lead magnet have one image/graphic per slide? Does your lead magnet promote other lead magnets? And does your lead magnet have a call to action to another conversion mechanism like another lead magnet or to your calendar? Your lead magnet either has every single one of these solved or it is wrong and you need to fix it. I can't stress that enough. If it doesn't follow this criteria, it's just going to lack the amount of value that someone's actually going to be looking for as far as the standard for 2025. Trust is at an all-time low and it's lower than you think. You need to be able to leverage trust in order to stand out. You need to be able to provide enough value in order to stand out. If you're not, you're going to get lost in that red ocean of other realtors and you need to fix the problem now. Now that I've shown you how to create winning offers and lead magnets, the next logical question is, how do I get people interested in my offers? Well, it's just your luck that I've created an entire guide on how to do that right here. That's all I've got, and I'll see you in the next one.